I know I've got a body warmer on and I've got my arms showing. I'm one of those guys. What, fight me in it? Do I look hench like this though? Let me just check. Come off. I'm definitely losing some muscle though. Definitely, man. Because obviously I haven't been able to go to the gym. Flipping work out at home, and I don't even do that most of the time, man. And this is what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about how's your time been during this lockdown. I'm gonna talk about obviously how lockdown's been for me. So when lockdown was first announced, obviously when everything was locked down, it was met with, obviously I was upset that the gyms were closed, the shops were closed, everything. I won't be able to see my girlfriend, all that sort of stuff. Obviously we talk every day, and I've managed to see her a couple times recently, but and we stayed over at each other's houses. I don't care. I don't care. I say that. What? Come fight me. But yeah. So at first, it was I was upset, but it was met with a bit of optimism because I felt, one, I can get some sleep done, some extra sleep, and I can start reading. I can start obviously focus on other things. I can get a well-deserved break in a sense from like the everyday life, and just meditate and unwind, and just focus on me. As the days roll by, first 2 weeks it was going great. Like, I was doing like push-up challenges every day. Like literally at the start of the lockdown, everyone was doing like 50 push-up challenges, and one arm push-up challenge and this and that, and it was great. I was at the time I was doing back levers. I wanted to get my back lever to a certain amount of time. I got it to 20 seconds, and for me that was an achievement because I felt, I put my mind to it, and that was the optimism of the lockdown. I felt, yeah, I'm going somewhere. I was reading every day. I finally finished a book that I've been stunting to read for the last 3 or 4 years now. Every second I used to start the book, I never used to finish it, and I finally finished it, and I like the book. The book is called Richest Man in Babylon. It's not necessarily a long book, but I just felt like because the old English, it really put me off. And at the start of the lockdown, I was really put off. But I started to like it at the end of the day. Man, like, oh, was it Arcad? Is it Arcad? Yeah, something like whatever his name was, isn't it? Yeah, good principles though. That the book was teaching. But yeah, after that now, after I achieved the back lever, after I finished the book, I kind of, I basically finished those two at the same time, and after that, I didn't know what to do with myself, and here's where things started to unravel. Like the lockdown started to become more of a prison rather than an opportunity. Like I wasn't sleeping as much. I actually slept less than what I was doing before the lockdown. I started to just become bored, like set in my ways, just bored and anxious, stressed because, I had a lot of jobs going for me before the lockdown, but then but then obviously they were all cancelled because of the lockdown. So I lost out a lot of money, and then I've had to scrimp. I've had to scrimp with money ever since. Stress. Watching my bank account go down, bills still coming out. The bills didn't care about whether or not we were locked down or not. They still wanted to take my money. Obviously, so much so that I had to go on. I'm still on Universal Credit now. I had to go on Universal Credit because at the end of the day, there was nothing coming into my account, and yeah, so yeah, it's just a weird time. I just felt so alone, like being, especially like the fact that I'm older now, like I'm 23, and most of my time I spent in my room just like doing nothing, literally doing nothing on my laptop, doing nothing, watching the same YouTube. If it's peakier when even YouTube's boring. Like you're recommended, it's just boring videos. Like I know YouTube tried to do something here where it starts recommending you some weird stuff. Like I've been looking at how to make jerk chicken. I don't look at cooking stuff. I don't know why that came on here, but I was watching that. That was interesting, man. And how to make brownies. But yeah, man, it was kind of like a weird time, and it was around like week 3, week 4. That's when I started to feel that, and I started to gain a lot of weight. I stopped exercising, to be honest. I didn't really exercise for 2 weeks. Like literally, I didn't do nothing. Um, and then like other stuff happened in like my family, and it was just like a snowball effect like of just bad negativity, and I was just getting frustrated, as well as the whole situation. Me not really agreeing with like most things that's going on. I personally stand by my statement saying that we should end the lockdown now, as of the 15th of May. End it now. Boom, by let society go back to normal. I believe that people that wear face masks are a lot of them are just chatting shit. I think it's kind of stupid, but hey, that's my opinion. You can't get angry at someone for an opinion. Yeah, oh yeah. It's been weird though, and obviously I feel like the last few weeks I've kind of rekindled some of that kind of like spark that I had in the first couple of weeks. And the reason why is because I started to map up more of my goals and what I wanted to do. I started to take runs to the park. Interestingly enough, the only reason why I started jogging around the park was because I got challenged to do a 5K. Waste, man. Why ever challenge me to do no 5K again, man? Well, yeah, I did it. And I just thought to myself, right, I feel so unfit. Like, I did it, I didn't stop, but I felt so bad, man. And I just thought to myself, nah, I need to improve. And I looked at skipping as well as something to do, like a little meditation. I don't do it every day, but I do it most days. Sometimes I do it in front of my house. Sometimes I do it in the park. Um, yeah, man. And yeah, I've started to do more things in it. I started to try to learn the front lever as well as the back lever. Um, Started to try to train more. Just do unusual stuff. Um, but to be honest, like how lockdown's affected me personally, like I don't feel. I've seen people say, "Oh yeah, I've learned so much about myself. I learned so much about myself." I personally believe that I knew about these things about myself from before. Like I've gone through bad patches, especially around November time. I've been through really horrible patches mentally, and I found out a lot about myself there. Then right now, I do know a bit more about myself. I know that I am quite resilient at certain things, but you know, even the hardest material breaks at a certain pressure. And yeah, I've had my breaking points, a lot of them, during this quarantine period. I haven't cried during this quarantine period, but I felt really alone. Even though I talk to my girlfriend every day, I still play game like Warzone. You know, I come back from the gulag and that. I do feel alone, but seeing friends, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, I saw my friends. We was all training together. It felt so lovely, like seeing people again, and also seeing my girlfriend for the first time in like I think it was like 6 weeks. I ain't gonna lie, like I miss that girl. I miss seeing her. Obviously we FaceTime, but I miss seeing her in the flesh. Staying over at her house, she's staying over at mine. We train together, like that sort of stuff. We don't that we take for granted. And to be honest, yeah, the only that one that's one thing that I've learned from this quarantine period is the fact that the littlest things, yeah, like hot water in your house, is so underrated, so overlooked. Like seeing your girlfriend, talking to friends, meeting up with friends, going to the park. Yeah, the fact that they even barricaded the pull up bars, there was no outlet for me like to even go outside. Like I don't jog. Like this is how it fucked up in my mental state as well. Like I don't jog. So you've told me, you're basically told me informally that I can't do what I want to do, even though the fact that you've taken away the one thing that necessarily kept me sane, which was the gym. I can't even do pull-ups, like, and then even if I wanted to buy weights for my house, I can't even do that because every all the weights are sold out. Like it has really affected me a lot. And I do believe that obviously you have to make do with what you got, but still, like, it did mess me up, man, because I just kept thinking to myself, I'm not a jogger. I'm not a jogger. How am I? Why they just told us that we can't even do pull-ups? You can't even use a pull up bar. Oh man, but yeah, man. How I feel about it now, like I'm still annoyed the fact that they still like have blocked off a load of pull up bars, especially Brockwell Park. I've been trying to go to different bars. I'm not gonna say the names or where they are in it because before they start barricading that now. Um, but yeah, man. Um, it's not supposed to be like a negative video to be honest, but it's just basically detailing like how I've been feeling throughout this quarantine. Obviously I could have kept a log of things, like done like day one, excited, day 17, I'm dying. I could have done that, but nah. I don't do them type of things, or I didn't really think of it at the time. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's good. And let me know how your quarantine's been. What your thoughts and feelings have been. What's your mental state like? Have you improved? Have you grown from this experience, or what? Because I feel like I've learned an appreciation for the littlest things. Like just like that, things can go, man. And it's true, man. Like the fact that you go in gym one day and next minute you're looking outside the door, seeing a sign saying COVID-19 warning. Like what? Yeah. Like and subscribe, comment, and yeah, let's have a dialogue going, man. Stay blessed, man, and I hope I can still have muscles by the end of this. By the time they lift this flipping quarantine. But yeah, peace and love to everyone. Yeah.